Hello there. My name is Talyn, and welcome to the first episode of Talyn Plays Star Trek Online. Well, my friends, this is actually my very first YouTube video, so first off, I just want to apologize for any quality control issues, skipped frames, audio issues. I'm learning as I go. So, first off, welcome. Welcome to the show. I'm glad to have you. I'm a 30-something-year-old geek who really enjoys watching Let's Plays and finding new games from them. So I wanted to, try and share my love of stuff I've discovered. But there's one thing I've noticed in all the Let's Plays I watch. They are not family-friendly. A lot of times there's a lot of language that gets mixed in. So I want to make a completely family-friendly Let's Play so anyone and everyone can enjoy these games and we can all have a good time. Now, the reason I chose Star Trek Online is I'm a big Star Trek fan. DS9 is my favorite series of the Next Generation era, and of course, the original series. Now, the reason I also chose Star Trek Online is it's a more solo player focused game than some other MMOs, and it's got a really interesting campaign. It's set in the main Star Trek universe after the destruction of Romulus and Remus that we see in the Star Trek 2009 movie. So this is just a continuation of our main timeline. It's not what they call, I guess, the Kelvin timeline. So I made my character already. Here he is, Captain Talyn. Well, actually, he's Cadet Talyn right now. And these are the voyages of the USS Indomitable. So we can see it's a little Miranda class right behind him. You can see in this character screen, I've got a few others. I was just testing out the game. I started playing, really, just a couple days ago, just trying to see who I'd like, who I want to use to get through the first campaign. And I'm just going to show you real quick the character creation slot, because there's been a lot of change. When I first started playing, there was just Starfleet or the Federation and the Klingon Empire. That was it. They've added a few things since then. We can have characters based on the original Star Trek uniforms and designs. That's pretty cool. Now for the Federation, there's a ton of races now. It used to be only 5 or 6. Well, as you can see, we have humans, Andorians, Bajorans, Bolians, Benzites, Betazoids, the cat people from the animated series, the Ferengi, Trills, even Klingons. You have to pay for that. And these are Saurians. Now I just call them but these are these are the Ewoks' ugly cousins, the Torellians, and these people are in the Rigelians who are in desperate need of skin moisturizer. Now, the character and then you can also have just generic alien if you want to make your own race, because I'm not going to go into the character creation screen, but it is massive. It's probably one of the most detailed character creators I've ever seen. If you have fun and know actually how to style characters, you could spend literally hours just making your own character before you get into the game. It's that detailed. And then over here in our Klingons, we have, of course, the Klingons, the Gorn, who look kind of more alligator-ish, but a lot more threatening than we've seen in the original series episode, and Lethians and Nausicaans that came in from the Next Generation, and Orions. And no, I am not playing as an Orion slave girl because, like I said, this is a family-friendly show. And then, lately, I don't know when this came out, but they now have a Romulan subclass character screen. From what I've kind of found out, it's what I call a multi faction role, because they have their own independent story, and then later on they can be either the Federation or work for the Klingon Empire, kind of like what the Pandaren did in World of Warcraft. So that's pretty cool. So yeah, this this is my Sala. This is my ramen I was just testing out. So let's go into Cadet Talyn. It's his first day. There's a lot that's going to go on. So, without further ado, let's get into the actual intro for the show. And I just realized I forgot to turn on the timer. So, my main, like I said, I'm a complete amateur. I'm learning as I go. So, if you hear me say, oh, I messed this up, that's just part of the fun, friends. Now, I'm going to try to keep these episodes probably no more than 30 minutes because, you know, I respect your time. And, you know, I just kind of want to give you an overview of the game. Now, that said, I do plan on doing the entire campaign. So, oh, I'm looking forward to this. But at least then in kind of, you know, bite-sized chunks. Now, if I get stuck in like a dungeon or instance or whatever they call it in this game that goes longer, then I'm going to do the whole thing in that video. Or maybe just cut it in half and say an intro. I'm still trying to figure this out as I go. So, without further ado, let's get into the official opening of the game. Space, the final frontier. These are the voyages of the USS Indomitable. Her continuing mission: to seek out new life forms and new civilizations, to uphold and defend the ideals of the United Federation of Planets, to boldly go where no one has gone before. Why did I completely butcher that theme? I don't know. You know, as big a Star Trek fan as I am, I can play the theme in my head, but I just can't say it out loud. Oh well. So here we go, entering the game. Hey, it's Martok! That's cool! Shouldn't he be kind of dead, though? So, just as a brief overview before we get into the game proper, like I said, this takes place in the early 25th century, so about 30 years after the destruction of Romulus and Remus. So, Captain Picard and all the TNG crew, sadly, are probably dead by now. So, that just kind of gives you an idea as to where we are in the timeline. So, I have played the tutorial, but I'm going to play it because we're going to start straight from scratch. Also, there's a narrator who we need to hear. I love that space dock.
After I left Starfleet, I made it my life's work to reunite the Romulans with their Vulcan brothers. For many years, I lived among them and waged a campaign of peace.
Oh, I love Lunar Nimoy.
21 years ago, the star of the Hobus system went supernova and sent a wave of devastation across the quadrant.
Like we saw in the 2009 movie.
The Romulan homeworld. I failed.
Oh.
The planets Romulus and Remus were destroyed. Countless billions were killed. My home, my friends, my life, all are memories.
Poor Spock.
For one man, and neither does history.
Or merchandising.
The space gave the Klingon Empire an opportunity to expand its territory. Jimpock, the
So what happened to
Chancellor of the High
Martok?
Council, traded diplomacy for the tip of a blade. Only in battle, Jimpock says, is a Klingon truly Klingon.
So there went the reforms Martok had.
The Federation did its utmost to preserve its alliance with the Klingons, but war was inevitable.
I think they just blew up a Sovereign class.
The Romulans want revenge for their lost world.
Well, that's not
The
good.
Dominion is rebuilding its forces.
That's really not good.
Now the Borg have reappeared, and the Alpha Quadrant balances on the edge of ruin.
You think? I'd say the whole galaxy, because, you know, it's the Borg.
The fate of the galaxy rests in your hands.
Oh, we're doomed. The fate of the galaxy resting in my hands? Oh, that's not good. Well,
Welcome to Star Trek Online.
thank you, computer lady. I was just about to read it.
Soon we'll be embarking on your training cruise. Please welcome the ship is manned by cadets like yourself.
Oh,
This tutorial will introduce you to the
okay.
basic.
Now, I'm going to turn off the pop-ups when they pop up because they kind of get annoying. But real quick, let's just take a look at my cadet uniform. I like it. It reminds me of a cross...
To move, use the W, A, S, and D keys. To look around, hold down the right mouse button and move your mouse.
It reminds me kind of the cadet uniforms from the movies 2 through 6, and the cross between that and the Next Generation. But I like the blue. I like the midshipman blue. It's pretty. Cadet Elisa Flores. I have a feeling you're going to be important.
Finally, I was beginning to think you forgot what today was.
Well, how could I, Elisa? You reminded me every day for the past month. So, did you get your assignment?
Of course, I was first in line. Oh, before I forget, I think Rasky is just ahead. He wanted to thank you for helping him cram for the astrometrics.
Well, you know, Rasky owed me a favor. I owed him a favor after the Orion... Oh, never mind. Let's just say I owed him one. I love Starfleet Academy real quick. I'm just going to I'm trying to slowly pan around so I don't know how well it turns out. But, I mean, it feels like Star Trek. And I know that's kind of a dumb thing to say in a Star Trek game, but if the video game doesn't feel like the world it's supposed to emulate, then it's failed. And it really does feel like Star Trek. Also, it's nice to see that we repaired the Golden Gate Bridge after the brain attack in the Dominion War. That was a pretty interesting episode of Deep Space Nine.
There you are.
Whoa!
I wanted to thank you for helping me pass that final, and for all the other times you helped me.
What happened to your nose?
I hope Starfleet recognizes all you've done to lead our class. What ship did you get?
Seriously, dude, what happened to your nose? You're frightening me. Even the Gorn have noses. You're just like eye holes and nose holes and ugh. Well, I apologize. I'm not upholding the ideals of the Federation and my prejudice against Saurian people. So I apologize, Cadet Rasky. So I haven't received my assignment yet.
Good luck. Before you report to Lieutenant Farah and get your assignment, you should find Tavral. She wanted to talk to you. She's just up the pathway.
Okay, thanks, Rasky. Oh, one other thing I forgot to mention is I am a tactical officer class. There's 3 classes. There's engineers, which are kind of, to put in RPG terms, the tanks. They can take the most damage, but they don't deal out a lot. There's the science staff, which is like the healers and also support class. And there's the tactical, which is the people who go pew 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 the most. And also, since I figure I'm going to die a lot, you know, I went with the red shirt. But also I like to go pew pew a lot. Alright, let's see Travell.
Greetings.
Hello, hot Vulcan lady. Resky said you had something to tell me.
It was good of you to encourage me to retake the linguistics final.
I'm not touching that
I
one.
was willing to accept my original results, but you saw that I was not at my best that day. My score increased by 12.8% on the second attempt, well
Wait a
within
second.
my standard norms. Now I am qualified to serve as both a science officer and a communications officer.
How? Usually scores are in whole number percent, so how could you get 12.8%? Unless they go by decimal, in which case, oh boy. Well, I'm glad you're a science officer and a communications officer. I have a feeling you'll be quite useful.
Morik would like to see you as well. He is ahead of us on the path. Live long and prosper.
Peace and long life, hot Vulcan lady. So, what's the Starfleet rules on fraternization among crew members? Because, you know, we are still cadets. And, when's the last time you had Ponfar? About 6 years, 9 months ago? Well, that's a pretty cool monument. Huh. You know, I wonder if Boofby's in the game, even just like as a statue or something, because, you know, Starfleet Academy just doesn't seem the same without Boothby.
There you are. Getting excited yet? Once we finish our training cruise, we'll all be full-fledged ensigns.
That's cool.
The buzz is, Captain Taggart hasn't named all of his senior staff yet. From what I heard, the advanced phaser training simulation is tripping people up.
Well, that's cool. I don't know why advanced phaser training would be tripping people up, because, you know, it's basically just point and shoot, but okay. Well, we are all red shirts, so, you know, we're not supposed to actually hit what we're aiming at. Oh wait, that's stormtroopers. We just die in the first 5 minutes of the episode. Walking this way. You can tell by the way I jog, I'm a Starfleet man. Hey, it's one of the cat people from the animated series. And his name's Lieutenant Farah. Well, I'm just going to call you Lieutenant Furry. Because, aren't you so precious, Lieutenant Furry? Would you like me to scratch behind your ears, Lieutenant?
Good afternoon, Cadet. What can I do for you?
I don't know, but can I give you a scratch behind the ears? Is this where I get my training cruise assignment?
Yes, I have the complete assignment list here. Name?
Christopher Thomas Talyn. Talyn. See, even I can't say my name the same way twice, so don't worry about it.
Let's see. Interesting. Report to Captain Taggart. He's in the office behind me.
Oh, you heard about the scratching behind the ears joke, didn't you? So is there a problem, Lieutenant?
We're going to have to ask him.
Oh, I'm in trouble. Ring the bell. I don't hear no bell. Oh, okay, now I heard a bell.
Come.
Cadet.
Oh, hey, you're Denobulan. Denobulan, like Captain Phlox's race from Enterprise. I always thought that was a cool alien design. You asked to see me, sir, but Taggart, that just doesn't seem to fit with a Denobulan, you know? Sounds more, you know, human.
I did. I've been following your progress here at the Academy, and I must say, I'm impressed.
Well, thank you, Captain.
I'm just looking at your final test scores, but I don't see your results for the Advanced Phaser Training Program.
Alright, well, we have a couple choices. We have, I know that program is advised for tactical officers, sir, but I thought I had more time to take it, and many of my classmates didn't take the test either, Captain. Is that an issue? Well, this one seems kind of like I'm a slacker, and this one is an excuse, but I don't like the slacker one. But since we spent all our time helping Rescue with his final, I'll go with it.
I want everyone on my senior staff to run that program, and I want to see good results, no exceptions.
Did you say senior staff, Captain?
I did. Like I said, I've been following your career here at the Academy. If you complete that program, I can put you on my bridge. I'll ask my tactical officer to set it up.
Your tactical officer, sir? Shouldn't that be me, since, you know, I'm a tactical person? But anyhow, who is that?
Another fine cadet like yourself. Her scores were almost as good as yours, but her record has a few blemishes. Still, I'm sure Cadet Flores will settle down and become a fine officer someday.
Oh, it's Elisa. That's cool. But, you know, I kind of like the fact that her record has a few blemishes, because that's polite speak for, you know, bar fights, willing to bend the rules a little bit, you know, being a bit Captain Kirk, where you're willing to bend the rules but not break them. Except when it comes to the Prime Directive and interspecies relationships with, never mind.
I'll tell Flores to meet you out in the quad. Talk to her to start the phaser training, and I'll see you when you're finished. You're dismissed, Cadet.
Yes, sir. Now, I will say this. Oh, good. I saluted, too. So, I'm going to salute again. Because, you know, I'm kind of a proper military guy. And I will say it's kind of an odd emote system where, like in World of Warcraft, which is the MMO I'm most familiar with, all you have to do is just type in the emotion command. But first, here you have to kind of do a command line to tell it to do the emotion, and then you got to pick the emotion from the list. It's kind of a clunky system, but that's okay.
I got the tactical officer spot. Just what I wanted. Where'd you end up?
Well, Captain Taggart says he wants me on the senior staff, but I have to pass advanced phaser training first. I haven't had enough pew-pews in my life yet.
You never did that? I thought you were Mr. Extra Credit.
Again, I
Everyone
was
knows
helping
Captain
Reski.
Taggart expects all his top people to pass that program.
Oh, now you tell me, Elisa.
Don't worry, you'll do fine. Come on, I'll take you to the holodeck and set it up.
Lead the way. So, let's just make sure the holodeck's not going to go crazy and kill us all, okay?
Seems most of our class ended up on Captain Taggart's ship.
Oh, that's good. See, you got space traffic up above. It's just a... You feel like you're in Star Trek. I know that sounds...
Have you seen the whales in San Francisco Bay? I never seem to spot them.
Oh, hey, a reference to George and Gracie and, you know...
I sometimes forget that Boothby is a hologram. He seems like such a fixture here at Starfleet Academy.
See, I'm willing to bet Boothby is actually a Q because he never seems to age and he never seems to die. Hey, no fair. Also, we don't have money. Well, we do have gold press platinum, but see, that's kind of confusing. When did gold press platinum come into existence that it's now a currency again? When did Starfleet get into a currency system again?
Setting up the training program now. I hope holodeck 2 is your lucky holodeck.
Well, I did have this one, family friendly. Have any advice for me? I want to pass this, or I'll need a phaser. Well, let's go with this first.
Shoot stuff, don't die. Pretty basic, really.
If we die in a holodeck, it'd be a really short game. So what kind of tactics can I expect?
It's standard stuff. The program runs a variation on Mako assault training.
Oh, Magos are still a thing. That's cool. See, that was one of the cool things I loved about Enterprise was bringing in, like, you know, Makos or specialized troops. So I always enjoyed that. So you're setting up the program. Are you making it easy for me?
The last time I tried to give someone a little help, I ended up on academic probation for the rest of the year. Not saying I haven't learned a few tricks since then, though.
So we're going to cheat. Awesome! Alright, well, I'll need a phaser. You know, it's hard to go pew-pew without a pew.
Phasers are in the lockers by the holodecks. You can grab one there.
Alright, let's go. Well, I guess with phasers, it's more along the lines of pew, pew, then pew-pew, pew-pew-pew. See, even as an office, this is just awesome. So we have the First Fleet, Second Fleet, Third Fleet, Fourth Fleet, and Fifth Fleet. And we're all the class of 2409, so we know what year it is. That's good. But shouldn't it be class of stardate 12345.79? I'm just saying. And if someone could ever explain to me how the stardate stuff works, I'd appreciate it, because I never did. See, it says get pistol. Shouldn't it say get phaser? Pistol just does not sound right in a Star Trek universe. Alright, I am armed. I can go pew-pew. Ha 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 ha. They should never have given me a lethal weapon. Alrighty, here we go. Let's go down the hallway. Star Trek really loves its carpet, I have to admit. Oh, it looks like the Voyager holodeck. That's cool. Oh, I can do super rolls. That's cool. Oh, I can roll backwards, and I can roll forwards, but I can't roll side to side. Okay. Oh, yes, I can. I was just pushing the wrong buttons. Whee! Alright, that's enough of that. Begin program. Okay, so we're in the Klingon type setting. Alright. Oh, we're on a bridge. Hello! Die! Eat beams of justice, Klingon scum! Beams of justice! Ah, I stunned you. Haha. Like, seriously? How were people having trouble with that? Oop, wrong button. Okay, yep, holster my phaser so I don't kill anybody. Oh, hi, Captain! First, we should salute the captain. Because, you know, you always salute in presence of a senior officer.
Well done, cadets. You're not going to break the Academy record, but your score was more than satisfactory.
Again, how are people having trouble with that? Thank you, Captain. Do you have an assignment for me now?
Absolutely. I have a new first officer. Congratulations.
Well, wait, who? Oh, so who is that? Oh, you mean, oh, first officer, sir? You sure?
Yes. You should be proud of your accomplishments here, Cadet. You have a promising career ahead of you in Starfleet.
Thank you, sir. It will be an honor serving with you, Captain.
First officer, way to go. Just a little jealous, I'll admit. At least now you'll get to boss us all around like you've always wanted.
Well, what can I say? The captain sees greatness in me. I think you should just start referring to me as sir. That's a lot of pressure. I hope I'm up to it. Okay, so we got a couple choices. So we can go kind of the arrogant, the jokey, jerky kind of way, or the inspiring, you know, I want to be a good guy. I like being the good guy when I play video games, so I think that's the one we'll go with.
You'll do great. But we should head up to the shuttle bay. Everyone else is waiting there for the ceremonial send-off toast.
Okay. Nothing like getting drunk before flying a spaceship through the galaxy. Oh wait, that's right, they have synth hall, so you can drink all you want and not get drunk. Seriously, why is that not a thing yet?
All cadets report to shuttle bay to prepare for departure.
Hi, Madrigal Barrett, Roddenberry. Oh, we miss you. You know, it's sad when you think about just how many Star Trek actors and actresses we've lost over recent years. Well, and here's another thing that annoys me. It takes for the turn. See, I'm used to when I play games, I just hold down both mouse buttons and I run in that direction. So, whoa, we just got there like instant.
All of the senior staff is waiting by the bar. I'm sure everyone's a bit nervous, this being our first real assignment. So, I'm expecting an inspiring speech out of you. Something heartwarming. Make Tavrel cry. This mission could just determine the rest of our careers. No pressure. I'll meet you over there.
Let's make the hot Vulcan lady cry. No, not touching that one. Do. And they still let me have my gun. That's cool. Okay, so we have a lot of people. I'm sure you're all going to be important. May I have everyone's attention? Inspire the cadets, intimidate the cadets, or be humble? Well, I'm inspiring. I'm going to be a captain one day, so I want to inspire people. We are the senior staff of the USS Indomitable. Each and every one of us has trained for the task at hand, and we are ready. I have the utmost faith in each of you. You're the best the Academy has, and together we can do anything. But we will go forth boldly, like Starfleet has trained us, putting to use everything we've learned here. To Starfleet Academy, to the USS Indomitable, to her crew. Let's raise a glass.
All cadets.
To 2409! Yeah! Glug, 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 glug. Follow me to the shuttle. Hey, I can chat with the people. Okay, let's chat with the hot Vulcan lady. My assignment is on the ship is that of communications officer. The captain expects succinct and informative communications on the bridge, and that is what I intend to provide. Well, that's good, but I thought you also wanted to be science officer. My assignment is acting chief engineering. All those months of studying the Miranda's technical manuals is about to pay off. Wait, technical manuals, shouldn't it be are about to pay off? That's a plural. Cadet Reski, no-nos. I've slotted as security chief, not that I expect anything to actually do anything exciting on... What? That's not even a sentence! Cadet Asher Moss, I haven't spoken, so you're the one who got first officer. Honestly, I'm kind of relieved. I hear Captain Taggart is a stickler for the rules on this bridge. Well, that's kind of good, because, it's our first day, we're still cadets, and, we kind of need to know how to actually put what we learned into real-world use. Alright, let's talk to Cadet Mark. I'm the acting medical officer. If you happen to trip and stub your toe, I'm the benzite to see. Okay, that's good. Cadet and Potter. Acting helmsman and Potter reporting for duty. Course and speed, second star to the right and straight on till morning, Cadet. And I think I'm going to call the end of the episode here. So, thank you everyone for joining me. My name is Talyn. You can find me on, if you enjoyed this, you can find me. I'm still trying to set up sorry, I was just reading that lavatories thing and I was like, okay, you know, that's a good question. No one has ever asked where the bathroom is on Star Trek. It's good to know that they exist. So, I'm still setting up the social networking stuff on this channel, so right now you can't find me, but if you enjoyed the video, hit the like button, leave me a comment, positive, negative feedback. I'll take anything and everything. Everything's appreciated. And if you want to keep watching, hit the subscribe button. My goal is to have at least one person other than myself listen to this. So thank you all, my friends. Welcome to Star Trek Online, and let us together boldly go where no one has gone before. I'll see you next time.